Now let's create your value proposition. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give you these are like template value propositions. And what you can do is you can plug in your value points into these templates to create your own value proposition. So the first one I call short and sweet. So it's basically we help, and then you insert your target audience. Target audience meaning who you're talking to, whether it's who you're calling, who you're emailing, who you're and this could either be, it could either be businesses, like we help businesses, or it could be we help business owners, we help small businesses. It can either be a type of organization, meaning businesses, small businesses. It could be an industry reference. We help manufacturers. We help airline companies. So it could be an industry reference, target audience. It could also be an individual. Like we help people to do this. We help individuals. We help homeowners. It could also be someone in an organization. Like we help VPs of human resources. We help CIOs. So what that target audience does is it just allows you to tailor your value proposition to the person you're speaking with. I mean, you could actually remove that, and you could just say we help to, and then say the rest of your value proposition. That's fine too. I just personally like sort of tailoring the message to the person you're talking to. Anyways, the second half of the template is basically just inserting your value point. So, and that's it. So we help business owners to improve blah blah blah. So let me show you some examples. So we help businesses to improve their ability to effectively manage their inventory levels. So I'm bringing over those value points that we already went through, so to keep the example consistent. So very short and sweet. Now, and you may look at that and go, "That's it," you know. The reality is that your value proposition doesn't have to tell the whole story. In some, and I'm gonna in the next section I'm gonna show you when and how to use your value proposition. So a lot of times you're using it just to kind of start the conversation, or you're using it in place of something that might negatively start the conversation. So it doesn't have to tell the whole story. In some ways, it's just kind of providing part of the beginning of the story. It's providing the angle that you come from. Anyway, so we help businesses to improve their ability to effectively manage their inventory levels. We help businesses to decrease cost of goods sold and administrative time. We help VPs of operations to hit quarterly production targets. So 3 examples there. One is actually the first is technical, second is business, and the third is a personal improvement. So short and sweet. The next one is to start to mix and match the different levels of benefits. So connecting the technical value with the business value. So we help target audience to technical improvement, and this often leads to business improvement. So let me show you what that looks like. We help businesses to improve their ability to effectively manage their inventory levels, and this often leads to a decrease in cost of goods sold as well as administrative time. So it's a little long, but if you were worried about the other one being too short and not enough, there's definitely some meat there. So it's another option for you. We help VPs of ops to decrease cost of goods sold as well as administrative time, and we do this by improving their ability to effectively manage their inventory levels. So the difference between these two examples is the order of technical and business. The first one's technical first, business second. The second one is business first, lead, and created by the technical improvement. Connecting technical value with personal value. So now we're bringing in that personal aspect. So we help target audience to technical improvement, and this often leads to personal improvement. We help VPs of ops to improve their ability to effectively manage their inventory levels, and this often leads to them being able to consistently hit their quarterly production targets. We help businesses to consistently hit their quarterly production targets and do this by improving their ability to effectively manage their inventory levels. And if you haven't noticed something yet, basically, once you come up with your value points, a lot of us stress on, I don't know what my value proposition is. Once you come up with your value points, mixing and matching those and smushing them together to create some sort of statement is pretty easy once you have the individual points. Connecting business value with personal value. So we help target audience to business improvement, and this often leads to a personal improvement. We help VPs of ops to maximize the production capacity, and this often leads to them being able to consistently hit their quarterly production targets. We help businesses to consistently hit their quarterly production targets and do this by improving their ability to maximize the production capacity. So again, whether or not those individual points are great or written perfectly or too short, too long, the key thing here is the concept of how to put it all together, and yours are going to be different anyway. So hopefully you have enough direction there. The last one, if you haven't noticed so far, we've talked, well, in the other other value propositions we just went through, we did not mention the product really at all. We talked solely about benefits. We help with this, we help with that. Now, in some ways, I personally think that's good. Like, you'll work your way to talking about the product, either in your next sentence or two, or later in the conversation. So you'll get to your product. And that's really what I do. Is I wait to really talk about my product. In fact, I'll even ask questions to the prospect and really talk about them a lot before I get to really even saying what my product is and does. But there are people out there that either just really want to talk about their product, or maybe you sell something that it makes sense to bring it up earlier versus later. So here's a template for your value proposition that brings in the product. So we provide, and you insert your product, and this helps target audience to, and then you insert a benefit point. We provide inventory management software, and this helps businesses to improve their ability to effectively manage inventory levels. We provide inventory management software, and this helps businesses to decrease their cost of goods sold and decrease administrative time. We provide inventory management software, and this helps VPs of ops to consistently hit their production targets. So the three differences there are, again, top one is technical benefit, business benefit, and the last one's a personal benefit. So hopefully all of that gives you some ideas of how to figure out what your value is and how to put it all together to create a value proposition.